Alright, so here's generation 1, also known as early chest gen. You can tell this generation by having 2 ways out of the first room, one of which is a corridor king, or an exit that's really close to the room. Go towards this direction, you'll find a chest. If you don't find a chest, you're not in this generation. Keep going through and you'll reach this third room with 2 ways out. One of them loops back towards this first room, so don't go this direction. Go the opposite direction. And so once you enter this fourth room, you're going to see another 2 ways out. One of the exits lead to this loop right here, always. So generally, this exit will be longer than the other exit. And so if you want to find the boss room, don't take the longer one, take the shorter exit to find the boss. So for the early chest gen, once you leave the loop, go towards the shorter exit to find the boss room, as a general rule of thumb. Here's the second generation, what I call the first floor's 2-3 or faded gen. Basically, it has 3 ways out from the second room with no real way of knowing which is the correct path. Wanderer says it's generally not the exit opposite of the entrance that you came in, so try to pick a side exit. And once you do find the right way, the next decision you need to make is going to be right here. It's going to be a room with 3 exits and a blocked shop. Don't pick the exit that's closest to the blocked shop unless you really want to go there. So don't pick this particular exit, or at least an exit that looks like it loops around to the shop. Generally, this boss room is really far from this 5th room, so it's going to have a really long exit. So for floor 1's faded gen, it's basically just good luck here, and once you get over here, pick a long exit that doesn't loop back to the shop. This is the 3rd generation, also known as big loop gen, as a really big loop. You know what, by the first room having 2 ways out, neither of which are a corridor, or this is a corridor, but it won't lead to a chest. That's how you can tell this isn't early chest gen. Always stay in the loop unless you want to go to a chest, but always go towards this loop until you see the shop or this corridor over here. Then you know that the next room will have 2 ways out, one of which goes even further into the loop, and one of which is going to be really far, going to lead to the boss room. So for big loop gen, first room has 2 ways out with no chest room, stay in the loop, and wait for a really long exit, which is signaled by this corridor or the shop. This is the 4th gen, also known as shop chest gen, or what I call the 221 gen. 2 for the second room, having 2 ways out. 21 for having, basically starting for the second room, 2 ways out, then 1 way out, another 2 ways out, another 1 way out. 221. So because these 2 exit rooms, both 2 and 4 over here, they lead to a loop. One exit should always be longer than the other, so this the exit leading towards the loop should always be longer. So for a straight shot to the boss room, you should always pick the shortest path for the 221 gen, which you can tell by the second room having 2 ways out. But that always rule is an overall rule of thumb. It's usually going to be the case. Sometimes it's not going to be the case, but it's going to be rare, more rare. So just in general, always pick the shortest path. That'll be the safest way. This is the 5th generation, also known as first floor's god gen or best gen. It's just the 3rd room having 3 ways out. Never pick the longest exit because of this loop. Generally, you always want to pick the shortest exit for this generation. And so that'll either lead towards the shop, and you know that's going to be the wrong way. And the right way will basically just lead to the boss room. So pick one of the 2 shorter exits, or pick the 2 shorter exits of the 3. This is the last generation, also known as, or what I like to call a block chest gen, because you actually want to go towards this block chest loop. So it's signaled by the 3rd room having 2 ways out. Generally, this exit should be longer because of this loop. So you want to go towards the longer loop, or the longer exit. See that there's going to be a blocked chest, then another way out. Go out, and you're going to have this situation where you have 3 exits. Try to avoid this chest loop over here, and basically it's a 50-50 of either direction, either leading to the shop or leading to the boss. So whenever you have the blocked chest generation in the 3rd room with 2 ways out, pick the longer exit, see that there's a blocked chest, and confirm that it is this generation, and then keep going. Avoid this loop, or avoid going towards this chest loop, and hope for the best over here. Alright, so I'm going to do this part live, so if I mess up my words, I'm sorry. I'm just going to try to basically show mapping through the first floor as I see it. The only thing that just to note is the fireplace room will sometimes mess you up, just like it messes me up. But other than that, we can get going. First room only has 1 way out. Second room has 2 ways out, one of which is really long, so it looks like this is a 221. I'm going to take the shorter path. And this also verifies that this is the 221. Unfortunately, getting hit right there is whatever. I'm going to go towards the shorter path if I can, after I clear this wave. Oh, well, unfortunate. And boss room. Alright. Let's restart. So you can see in the 221 always pick the shorter exit. And that got me to the boss. Again, nothing. It looks like a 2-3, so the first floor is faded gen. It's basically just hope for the best. This might be a this might be a 221 actually. So this looks to be shorter. Let's see. As it's not, never mind. No, this is right. Yeah, this is a 2-3. I just happened to pick the right way. And this room down here, this is gonna be the fireplace room, as it is. And so we can restart. And you can see I can just like felt out where the boss room was. And that's just something that you build up over time with experience. So this looks to be another 2-2, 221. I'm gonna go to the bottom and see if that's the case. Yep, and this looks to be... yeah, I look to be right about that. Two, 1, 2, 1. So this room down here, that should be the fireplace room. And so you can see that sometimes the fireplace room may mess you up. You just have to trust your gut on where the fireplace room is for the first floor. Alright, so let's try to not get 221, maybe see some of the other generations. Alright, so we didn't get it this time. Alright, so it looks like we got best gen or god gen for the first floor. One of these are gonna be dynamite kin. Yep. So I'm gonna pick the shortest exit, which looks to be the bottom one. So that wasn't it. I'm gonna go up top and go to the next shortest one. You can see this one is longer than this this exit. And that's the red boss room. This looks to be a 2-3. It is a 2-3 in fact. One of them is leads to the fireplace room. Probably this one all the way over here. That does it. Yeah, it is. Usually the fireplace room is really far away from other rooms, and that's how you tell. So this is 2-3. We already did this up before, so I'm gonna do a different one. Alright, so I got two ways out, neither of which look like a corridor, so this is probably the big loop gen. Two ways out. This top one is probably going to be the fireplace room, as it is. So for the big loop gen, you always want to go towards the loop, so I don't know if it's going this way or this way, but probably going this way. This room also confirms that this is a big loop. So I see the shop now. Which means the next room is gonna have a really long way out. Oh, not really long, but you can see that one of them is longer than the other. With this one being longer than this exit. And this loop going back. This basically looping back over here. And you have the boss room again. One more time. This looks to be big loop. but we'll check the shorter exit just to confirm that it's not a chest room. Okay, so this second room has 3 ways out. So you know that somewhere around here is the fireplace room. I'm gonna go up top. I'm gonna assume that that's the fireplace room, as it is. So this is really just a 2-3. With second room having 3 ways out with a faded gen. I call it faded gen because the first floor has one, the second floor has one, and the fourth floor also has one. They're all signaled by the second floor, or second room having 3 ways out. So this is actually an early chest loop, or early chest gen, excuse me. But sometimes this path can be blocked off. In this case it is. So let me just show you the routing for this one. 2 ghosts are gonna come up. That's on a heart. One of these rooms is basically the fireplace room. So you can see that this one's gonna loop back here. So this loop. So this is longer than this one loops back here. So that's gonna. This is probably gonna be the fireplace room over here. I lied about that. This is actually the fireplace room. You're gonna go over here. And so for the second part, once you leave the early chest loop, you're trying to find the shorter exit. And so this exit is shorter than this one. I'm gonna go up here, and you find that boss room. I believe all we're missing right now is God Gen, or Best Gen. Oh no, we did hit that one. What we're missing is the 3-2 gen, or the block chest gen. This would be 2-3. Yeah, this is 2-3. And that room over off to the side with the fireplace. Again, this is early chest gen, except this time this is blocked off. I just wanted to show this one more time because it was a little bit confusing last time, I think, the way that I did it. So again, you can see there's a corridor right here. I'm gonna go outside the loop as you find the bat room. And so you want to take the shorter exit, which is this one. Yeah. So again, that's a general rule of thumb. It's not something that's always going to be the case for the loops having shorter exits, or loops having longer exits, excuse me. So you could already tell, just based on the shape of this, that this would have been a small room. So I should have known beforehand that this is going to basically be the boss room. And it is, just based on the shape. Like, there's no way this could have been a big room for enemies to be in. Two, nothing, 3 with 4 ways out. So one of these is going to be the fireplace room, and this is basically just Best Gen or God Gen on the first floor. So I want to pick the shortest path, not going to care which one is this one's probably the fireplace, but yep, just the shortest exit led me to the boss. And you can see why it's called Best Gen, just because of how quickly I was able to get to the boss room. So 1 only has 1 way out, 2 has 2 ways out, but this second one is really far away, so maybe that's the fireplace room. It doesn't look to be the case. This looks to be another 2-2. And so the second room. Or should be the fourth room. Yep, just one more left. Take the shorter exit. Yep, and it looks to be correct again. Remember, always for a 2-2, pick the shortest exit. Or 221, always pick the shortest exit for every room. So, I can already tell this looks to be like a big loop gen. Yeah, this is literally looking to be a big loop gen, and so always go towards the loop. This is going to lead to a chest more than likely. Yep, that basically confirms it. That particular room either always comes up in a 2-2, or the third room in the big loop gen. This one and like the other really long one. So you can see, continuing with the big loop, the shop moves over here, so I know this next room, excuse me, this is a corridor king. So this room over here, remember corridor kings don't actually count as real rooms. They're just corridors outside the loop, and you can see this is gonna loop back around. We're still technically missing one generation. This looks to be another 2-2, 221. It is. So like I said, this room does come up in either the big loop or the 221 only. Always pick the shortest exit. Always pick the shortest exit. This room over here is probably the fireplace room, as it is. I'm gonna do about 3 more, I think. This looks to be really close, so you can tell that's gonna be a corridor king. And this looks to be early chest gen, as yep, this leads to a chest, so it's early chest gen. Gonna go to the third room, right after this. You see these two are gonna touch, so you know it loops back around. Don't go that way. There you go up. One of these leads to the fireplace. Take the shortest exit. Yep, right here. And you can also tell by the shape that this was going to be the boss room as well. We're actually still missing one generation, the block chest generation. If I don't get it, then I might have to do this separately. This looks to be another big loop as well. Yeah. This room always has 3 waves. Either way. Yep. Yeah, so you can see this is gonna be a big loop. You can basically see it as soon as I make that first room where I have to make a decision, I can tell what kind of generation it is. So first room just 1 way out. Second room has 3 ways out, so this could be Faded Gen. Also known as 2-3. One is gonna be Dynamite Kin. Just pick a random direction. But a side direction is preferable. And this could lead to a chest or the right way. So what I'm expecting in this next room is a block shop, excuse me. And why are you here? You're not supposed to be on this floor. So you can see a block shop. And really long exit is what I'm going to be going towards. Really long exit. Yep. Accidentally dodge rolled there. Again, early chest gen. This one's blocked. Not gonna bother doing that one again. So this, I'm pretty sure for this long corridor, this basically means that there's gonna be a loop right here. So this one should have multiple ways out. Yep. Absolutely genius. High quality thinking. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, this is a big loop gen. So you can even see, like, even the starting room could be a sign for which kind of generation you have. Two, still nothing. So this could either be... Yeah, this could either be the blocked chest gen or the god gen. Always take the shortest path. Yep. So this is god gen. We'll do one final one. One. Two. What it looks to be right now is a 2-2, so we're going to go for the shortest path. One of these is going to be the fireplace room. This is probably fireplace room. 2 again. And so shorter path. This looks a little bit shorter than this one. Oh my lord. And here we go again. Alright, well, I hope you guys all learned something. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next chamber. Bye-bye.